always say, all right, guys.
You need to
Hello, guys.
Have something that
Welcome back,
defines your
guys.
personality.
Welcome to the Enrichment Center. Glad you could join us.
That's better. It's more interesting.
It is. Well, it's 1-0 Liquid.
Yep, as we predicted.
Could be 2-0 Liquid.
I think it will be. We saw their Overpass CT very strong yesterday, and they get to start CT this time. So,
It's DE Overpass.
what did I say?
You didn't say anything.
Okay, I thought you were correcting me. Sorry.
They start on the CT side, Liquid.
Of Overpass, which we saw them play against CLG yesterday.
Maybe they'll buy kits.
Maybe they'll buy a kit this time. Who knows? That could be the linchpin here to keep things together. But like we said, T-side yesterday versus CLG and Overpass, very static. Didn't really seem to know what they're doing. Only got 2 rounds on the board. 13-2 first half. Got into CT, though, and somehow found some amazing form. Got it all the way down to the 30th round and lost out, like Matt just said, to a kit, which is obviously a very disappointing way to lose things. But needless to say, they're still in the tournament. It hasn't cost
It's a simple pair of pliers. You could have used his teeth. Get creative.
I don't think you can defuse bombs like C4. Complicated system. Teeth, probably not the best.
I mean, push comes to shove. You're dead either way.
True. So
all I'm saying is he could have been more creative.
Well, we'll consider that next time. But for now, we'll just talk about
all right, I'm
done.
I'm back. Sorry. No, look. You're right. It was a situation where they forced spot. They went for utilities instead. They wanted to try and lock them out of the bomb site altogether.
Well, there's the thing, like Adren had, the AWP had smoke, flashbangs, incendiary as well. Obviously, it's great to have 20/20 hindsight. I'm sure Captain Hindsight would have been amazing in that situation, but he didn't turn up. And
he was lost at sea.
Yeah, and obviously having the kit there, if the bomb not even gone down, you can say there'd be so many different nuances going on in the game of CS. It's hard to say what if only, etc. But today is a new day. We're going to us on Liquid, like I said, have a very strong CT half yesterday. And we're going straight into this one. Obviously, this is Method's map, though. Interesting they picked this after seeing the CT side of Liquid, but let's see how this one goes down. Obviously, saw some weaknesses on the T side, so maybe hoping to exploit those in the second half. But here we go then. Let's have a look at the buy they present. Normally, you'll see 4 armor players. That's going to come true today. Edie's going to be there. Smoke and flashbang as well, but look at this aggression coming from the CT, trying to get that early info. They know they're actually getting outnumbered here. And falling back, the retreat is true. They're not actually going to make it back though. 1 HP, very close to Nitro.
That smoke was quite clever. We saw it go through the doorway. That cuts off the connector at long, but they're not actually going to push that position. They want straight into the site because they know they've got them on the run, and that's exactly what Team Liquid are trying to do, is get back into safety. And they've managed at least to keep 5 alive, although just Nitro's on a single HP, a single point of health, to try and withstand the aggression that will be coming toward them. 3 now out toward long. They'll split 3-2 onto this A side, and Fugly's forced back even further. Pretty soon they're going to have this bomb down without any smokes to use. They're going to have control of this bomb site. Silence got Nitro. That was the 1 HP player, and Silence followed that up. An excellent shot onto Fugly. A third now onto Adren. Hiko has to do something about it, so he uses a grenade in doing so. And that gives Elige the chance now to take down Toy. But eventually, it is going to fall to a 2 versus 2 as Elige will get Strebber as well. They're going to push forward.
Ooh.
They have kits. They've got a chance to do this. There is only 1 remaining. It's Ely, and all the good early efforts, they might be thwarted. They might be taken back. He may find the kill, Ely, but the kit is enough. Hiko holds, and Liquid come away with the first pistol round.
That's going to be disappointing for Method there. They get the first 3 frags, and it was a really solid round for them. Bomb goes down as well, but really strong retakes from Hiko and Elige. How did they do that? Elige with some stellar USP work there. I don't know how he was pulling off some of the shots he managed to get. Silent, those great entry frags. It seemed like that round was all but tied up, but amazing work from them. Obviously getting the bomb down Method. They are going to be forced by into this one. I'd prefer them to get AKs next round, but Tech 9s and smoke grenades this time is going to be. And you can see some rifles coming out for Liquid. 2 SMGs on Nitro and Fugly though. Straight towards the middle this time.
Shots are successful from Adren to start it off as Silent, the man who did early damage. 3 kills, in fact, for him, which ended up being all that his team got in the pistol round, believe it or not. Although I take that back. Toy found 1 in the end when it was down to the 2-on-1. I take that back. But the initial kills, he's silenced already. He's not going to be able to do anything about this round. Smoke's on long. They're going to push through it with the flashes. Nitro's going to be the first into contention against him, but Adren beats him to the kill. He's got Ely. There are trades that are successful, mind you, for Method, but in the end, it is Elige to clean it up. It is 2-0 now for Liquid, and they keep up both M4s.
So obviously, pretty much a throwaway round there. If you don't get the bomb down in that force buy, you are forced to buy it. Pretty much nothing. Maybe some P250s can come on the board. Gets an Eagle for Toy. He's feeling confident. And we'll see what they can bring to the party this time. So no utility to speak of. So you'd assume something a little bit more simple. They have been showing all the presence towards middle. CT's now going to be pushing up a bit more aggressive. Adren going down to connector. Let's see, he's going to be by himself there. It's kind of a dangerous play. You know you're facing against the pistols, but let's see what happens here. T's slowly away. Fountain. Adren has been spotted here. Could get pincered pretty easily. He needs to work out how he's going to approach this.
Adren does want to get more aggressive. Smoke. That forces Justin back and allows him to spray into it, but that's all it will amount to. He can't push through his own smoke blindedly. Nitro's going to pick up 2 kills, make it a 3rd as he gets silent as well. Strebber assassinates his teammate, and now Nitro's confused. He spotted them both, but didn't know which to shoot at.
Yeah, it was really nice, crisp aim from Nitro there. That's what we've come to know of this guy. But they both do get taken down. It's going to be Adren and Nitro get neutralized, but not much they can really do in terms of the T's this round. Bombs will be down towards Fountain, and the frag will go in Fugly's favor as well.
Justin's picked up an SMG to at least try and do further damage, but 36 seconds, no bomb.
He might as well die in this stage. He's going to be buying AK next round. So that's it for him. Down he goes. This is where things get interesting though. Can Liquid keep up the same sort of momentum they had yesterday? Very strong CT half, it has to be said. Great dynamic play. Interesting to see where they go in terms of the sniper. I was going to say Adren did have a pretty strong performance yesterday, holding middle down pretty well. Changing his position with it every time as well, going towards Monster Tunnel. It was actually pretty good stuff from him in that respect. So let's see where he takes it towards this time. T's won't have an open shot. Going towards Fountain area, getting some information at least. The T's looks like they're going towards long. Bomb's going to be there as well. And they know the OWP is not going to be down that long area now. So if they're going to get out, they need to get out fast, as they won't have any sniper to play against. So there's Nitro going after that position we talked about, not getting too strong. And the Dren gets taken by Toy. That great headshot from him.
Nitro now holding the forward position in the corner. It's unsighted. Silent doesn't even consider checking it. Tunnel vision, I do believe. He was jumping up and down, trying to get vision on anyone inside the A site. I think he was just hoping that someone was going to be at the front of the truck. That was his anticipation. It had to have been. It's the only... Look, I'm trying to be nice to the guy. It was the only excusable situation there, but Method now have to reconvene, reconsider, reevaluate. 3 players up versus the 4 that Liquid have. And after Liquid picked up the pistol and the ensuing 2 rounds, it could be a 4-0 deficit already. And remember, Liquid were remarkable against CLG last night on this particular half. It was the only time we saw any skill really shown from them in that 2-0 loss.
Well, now the T's have got 30 seconds on the board. 2 smoke grenades, so 1 will be going down, potentially doing the set smokes to try and get the bomb down here, but Fugly is going to be pushing in front of those. Flashbangs coming in, they're pretty decent actually. Nitro could have some potential as well.
And it is again, that's going to be Liquid that leads the way. Eventually they'll lose Nitro, but it ultimately does not matter. Aside from the fact that they'll have to spend a little bit more money on an M4 next round, they still pick up that first gun, and as a result, the terrorists, it's pretty dire.
Well, one thing to take away from that great shot from Toy towards long. Neutralizes the Dren before he even realized what was going on. Perfect 1 bullet from him. Now, I'd like to see that from Toy's perspective to see how that went down, but they will rebuy the AWP. There's a pretty big amount of economical damage there, but Adren this time going to be holding towards that middle area once again in bathrooms. That seems to be his favoured position here. And the T's are going to be on full PT50s. All 5 looking like they're going towards long after getting those kills in the last round. I think they're having another go here. They're actually going pretty fast as well. Not going to have any utility play. We're just going straight in. Hail Mary play.
Good shot against Fugly. Took him down to 7. He actually comes out worse for wear than Ely, the man he was trying to aggress against, with a massive expenditure of utilities. Puts Ely on 10 with a nade and a shot fired against him. Something to build off of potentially here for Method, but you bring out another rifle and you bring out Nitro. That's the result. Silent eventually does go down, and Fugly was smart enough to fall back. He'll play a support role with the low HP. And there's the assist that he got. Ely eventually falls to Hiko, who doubles up, triples up, in fact, takes down Justin on the entry, and it is 5-0. But the guns will be back this round for the terrorists, and heavily so. They've got enough money for Silent to go straight to the AWP.
Silent was pretty good on the picks on Overpass yesterday. He actually seemed like he could do some damage here. So let's see what he can present to us this time. Pretty strong AWP player, has to be said. Will he be able to do much of this so far? 5-0 in favour of Liquid. This is where they get their confidence, and that's when they're a very dangerous team. Again, Trent pushing up into the bathrooms area. Actually, we'll be going for the heavy face towards the Fountain zone as well. Dodges that flash as well. Good read, but I think he's just going to fall back here. Feels a little bit too under pressure. Smoke's going to be taking him out of the round as well. Silent just seeing if he can find anything, but the T's going pretty passive once again, favoring this long area quite heavily, you know.
Dren blinded again, fires into it. We saw that payoff for him on the first map behind Aquatic Cache. This time, no one in the line of fire, so it'll remain 5-on-5. No damage done either side. And Silent's getting closer and closer onto that long position to try and pick in toward the A site. Nitro's going to have to be careful, so instead, they actually boost up Fugly at the park sign. Or rather, thought of it. They don't stick with it. Silent, yeah, let's not make that mistake twice. Instantly checks that corner with a jump. Nitro's not there this time, though. He's pushed up more aggressively toward the bathrooms, where he will eventually have Justin walking in toward him. That smoke's going to dissolve any second now. It's going to start to fade. 3, 2, what does Nitro do as a result? Because he was spotted by Justin on the exit. He manages to make it to safety and back inside the site, but this leaves 2 players over on the left side for them, both behind the truck. It's a rather weakened position. They've got to come up with an opportunity here and an option.
This is time ticking away. 20 seconds. They haven't made their execution yet. Here it comes.
They're going to have to check this corner for Nitro as well. He's in that corner that'll prevent the bomb. It's in the corner that's able to spray in a straight line across the entrance, the mouth of the bomb site. And he hasn't had to just yet because Fugly's found the first kill, but if they don't spray in there preemptively, Nitro will get the kill on the bomb planter. No, he gets Ely instead. Either way, all of the kills going to Team Liquid. Bomb does go down, but Justin, he's going to have to fight his way out of this and cannot possibly do it with that many members in front of him.
Yeah, fortunately, they didn't really leave themselves enough time to actually get into the bomb site. When there's like 15 seconds left and your execution's coming in at that stage, you get into the bomb site, you don't really have enough time to actually methodically check everything. It's a bit of a mess. You didn't actually get any players down. You just go in and you're hoping for the best. You get the bomb down in that situation, but there's not really much more you can do at that point. You're all kind of committed. It's very scrappy. And without those picks, which they're working for so long, it's not really going to be amount to anything, to be honest. But now, even more of a change of pace for Liquid. They get the double AWP set up out. This is actually where it gets kind of cool because Nitro can go face towards Monster Tunnel there. Actually is not going to get away with it. Silent preempts that and actually gets Method into a position where they can do a fast B8 play now. And they should have the advantage. Liquid able to hold this one off.
Massive backpedaling to get themselves a chance to do so as now Alige will find his way in toward the water.
Not going to capitalize straight away though. You can see them. They got the first pick and they're slowing it right down, seeing whether the CTs will make the first mistake. Silent and short AWP will get smoked out now, also it makes him redundant. He has got a gap.
Very slight gap.
That's all you need.
Albeit a gap indeed. Which is wavering on the edge of vision, in fact, as the smoke wafts beyond an HD view through that scope. But Hiko's waiting. Lurking in the wings, back toward the jungle, and Alige is blinded up but gets above the bomb site. Doesn't spot them on the entry. They get around the corner after he's moved, and he's a bit confused. He's a bit perplexed. There's so many smokes in front of him. He doesn't know what angle's best, so he'll stay passive. He's rather concede the bomb site and play for the retake, which Fugly is now doing, taking Justin. But as we saw, they lost Hiko in the, or rather, Dren in the window. Fugly down by Monster might just be the change of pace they need in this round. He might be the one to catch them off because he's got the best angle against them. It's Ely instead that wins the duel. They've got to win through this smoke, and they've got to be aware as well that Toy is going for the flank play through the Monster, and Method will pick up there first.
Wow, what a round that was. Had everything. Obviously Silent, opening it up. Seems like Liquid got a little bit too confident there, getting the double AWP set up, facing that heavy angle towards Monster. The T's can get there before you. If you do face, it has to be a difficult pick every single time. Silent capitalizes. I'd like to see Method go a little bit faster there. They actually were a lot more disciplined, waited to see what the CT reaction was, went in with their that set smoke strategy going in, and it seemed like once the bomb goes down, it was quite scrappy at that point. Liquid got a couple of frags back, but well hold by the T's, and their first round on the board as well. And you see Liquid kind of changing the strategy, getting back to 1 AWP, and I think that's a wise investment here. You can see them getting a lot more aggression towards long. They know that's been a problem. So where the T's have been getting picked. Dren opens it up into Silent, and now the T's weren't expecting this, but Strebel takes down Fugly and Nitro. Great play from him. Dren answers back, but not actually managing to land the shot there. So a 4-3 in favor of Method down.
So it could be a potential second round, and remember, this last win did reset that lost round bonus.
This is a big round indeed. Method were to lose this, they dump their economy back in the sewers. But have the advantage for now, and their time is the most important thing.
Dren is getting boosted to try and spot outs along with better vision, but he'll change his angle. Shot rattled in against that angle as well, that position toward him on A. But they've since moved Method over toward this B site, and Hiko is going to have to play at large. Again, playing passively. We saw him do this last night as well when they complimented Adren. Played very passive on that cobblestone A side. He's playing it again here, B side. In fact, they're playing for the retake. He lets them all the way through from that jungle position, but he's been on cut a number of times. Adren is waiting for someone desperately to walk out, but why should they? Why need they? They've got the bomb in their vision. They've got the post-plant situations established, and Hiko getting Strebber does allow them to work a little bit more forward. Hiko, can he get the defuse through the edge of that board? He cannot, so he's got to go more aggressive. The smoke's in front of his opponents, but Justin coming through from Monster, able to pick him up. It's Adren that has to respond, and now it's just Adren. 1 versus 2. The AWP up close, and Adren just misses the shot on Toy. And I dare say that punches his ticket to hell. It's 2 now for Method.
Well, there we go. Another adaptation from Liquid, not working in their favor. Last round we saw them get the double AWP. This time we saw them play the 2 players towards long very aggressively, and Strebber is absolutely dominating them there. 2 great headshots from him. That'll be nice to see how that looks on his screen. I think we are going to see it. So Strebber comes in. Teammate calls what's going on. Adrende opened up the fragging there, but these shots from Strebber really did secure the round for them and lock down Liquid there. But now they do kind of forced by interesting by. Hiko's going to be getting the Nova out. A fan favourite. We do like to see this. Will he be able to do anything? And now the T's running a double AWP setup. They're definitely unorthodox on a map like Overpass, but no reason why it can't work.
Hiko this time is slightly more forward. Changing it up on Q, giving us a point of interest to mention. Keep all you viewers at home entertained and informed.
That's what you're so good at.
Try my best, Henry G. Double up setup this time for the T's instead. We'll see if that pays off. T side. And with time expiring and slowly dissolving, it does mean that after the initial picks, post-plant becomes more of a problem with them. And they've got a decent setup here despite having only pistols. Does Team Liquid because everyone's in the lower tunnels and they've taken down Justin. They've divided up the defense, or rather the offense as it seems defensively in this position because they have the B site in their control. Instead it's going to be a take. It's almost a retake from Liquid. By taking down Ely, it leaves them with the man advantage, picking up an AK-47 and an AWP. Adren doesn't have armor to complement his rifle, but they've got the man advantage and they're rotating over. Strebber and Toy are trying desperately to get in toward that A site.
Bit of missed smoke as well there. It's going to allow Fugly to get onto the site. This next round to be very important.
Ely knows it. He's going to have to try and take the fight. They don't go immediately for the bomb plant because of that missed throw, but it gives Toy a chance to walk forward. Fugly turns his attention toward him, and down he goes. But Strebber gets back immediately, and it's left to a 2 versus 1. And Strebber has HP advantage, but no time to work with. It's gone, and Liquid, they'll hold on an eco round to pick up their 7th.
That's a huge round, especially when they invested a little bit into that round. Not too much. It wasn't even a force buy. Quite scrappy from effort going into the B site. A lot of crossfires, locking them down. There was a 4-man stack there, and 2 players remaining. And that, like I said, that missed smoke could have actually decided the outcome of the round. Had they smoked off the CT area correctly, the CTs would have ran through of the grey screen and got taken down by the Ts, but they got allowed to go through that gap. But we're going to round number 10 now. It's going to actually put Method onto an eco as well. So that's actually a massive round for them to lose. Strebble buying into this one. He didn't survive last round, did he? So, oh, he did. He lost with the bomb ticking off, didn't he? So yeah, he can save the AK and the armor as well. And they'll be heading towards short here. Use their spot now.
He's just looking for the entrance as well to get more aggressive on that A site, but they've got 3 players here this time, and in fact now a 4th inside the window as well, so the read from Liquid's strong. We've seen them having an A bias with 3 members. Nice nade. Heavy damage, but they know it's pistols and they know there's potential then for the rush. So they've made the right play. Hiko finding the opening pick against Silent. Start things off. Can't conclude the kill against Strebber, but puts him down to 19. Now has to turn his attention back over toward Monster because Justin is walking in. Down he goes. So things looking really good so far. Hiko's on 5 HP, but he's still going to leave himself in the fight. Toy jumps over top and he manages to get a kill, but Adren will bail out Elige. He realized, uh-oh, I've got ammo gone at the wrong time. Either way, it's Liquid on 8 now.
So then, obviously said that AK doesn't really amount to much. And we go into round number 11. Seems like Method are going to double eco this one. They fancy the AWPs, perhaps want to have the full buys to allow them to execute onto the bomb sites correctly. We have seen their set B executions have been pretty powerful, but this should be round number 9 on the board for Liquid, but never discount the pistols in CSGO. Can be very powerful at times. Adren once again with the AWP. Let's see where he's heading towards. Towards that long A area. just not on the flower bed this time, just spotting very passively, see what he can find here. He's actually going to have, oh, he's going to move away just there, just in the nick of time as the T's do make their way up middle now as well. Smoked off for the Silent opens it up though, takes out Nitro, big pick from him.
A pistol as well. Any kill means so much, specifically that far forward, because look at the result. Silent has a weapon to work with. He's also going to play the role of the arsonist, as he's the only one with a Molotov on his team right now. They've got one flash to complement that in the hands of Toy. They're going to have to be creative using just those to try and take this A site, which does have a presence of both Fugly and Adren in it. So even with Nitro gone, but Fugly's down. Silent, that's his second kill. And look what the rifle being picked up does. Method finding 3 unanswered and losing very little HP in the process. In fact, just the initial damage done by Nitro to Silent, that's it so far. And the arsonist will come into play in the second one. Where did that one even disappear to? Underneath the back of the truck. Gone away from Silent's danger, so he can get further into the corner, but the aim punch is real. Down to 10 HP and gone to Elige. The retake from Liquid is going to have to be solid. They've got 2. It's down to 3 versus 1, excuse me. As Hiko gone in the end to Justin. Excellent shot with the deagle. But the early play from Silent is what dictated that round.
Well, sometimes that's all you need, that first kill, getting the rifle in the hand, and then you have the number advantage going to the bomb side as well. Great plays from Silent, getting the deagle headshot, getting the rifle kill onto the side as well, and then it all kind of fell apart for Liquid. We saw that duo coming in back into it, Elige and Hiko. We saw them clutch a pistol so well. That round didn't really work out for them. It was actually a nice little boost from Silent, getting them that opening kill. So some creative play working out for them. Patient stuff from him on that second kill as well. So great to see Silent stepping up and an answer back from Method. Obviously, they will have a fall by this time. Good news for them is that Adren won't have the AWP here. So they're on 5 rifles and a pretty difficult buy as well. Not too much utility, only 2 kits. So here we go then. Round number 12. Method fighting back.
It's going to be exactly that, a fight. Because they still have numbers against them. If they could pick up 6 rounds, we did see Liquid struggle heavily on their T side last night. They only picked up 2, in fact. So, at this point, with that thought in their mind, any round makes a massive difference. Because if they can get to that 6, it could still be enough. Liquid will be knowing that as well. They'll be pushing. There will be no release of the gas pedal. They want everything they can get out of this situation. That last eco is definitely going to be something they'll lament. But Elige compensates this time by getting Justin down first. The opening pick goes the way of Liquid. And look at the position he's gained from this.
He's done this?
He's gotten all the way behind them. Needs to be aware that there's a player just to his left, and Toys actually come in behind him. So they're all there. They've all reconvened and taken that back. Thank you very much. Elige will grab our bomb, and we will work toward your A site. Strebber will be the first one in, but Adren is waiting in behind the truck. The second flash finds him, but Adren, he actually saves his teammate by Nitro, who's standing in the corner. That's a big kill, because that could have gone completely the other way, and if Adren was smoked off, it could have gotten even worse. Hiko's going to follow it up. He's got Ely because they switched their attention back to B, realizing A's gone, and Hiko, well thrown, sir. Knows the geometry exactly.
Yeah, Elige with that perfect play in the backstab there. Only gets one of them, but it's enough to disrupt the T so much and waste so much time. They're forced going to the A site there, and the frags just came in pretty simply for Liquid at that stage. Good crossfire set up. He saw some dangerous situations for them, but the teamwork stayed true, and they managed to get the number 9 on the board. And now this is an interesting buy from Method, getting started on the AWP, but Edie and Strebble with Galils and PT50s respectively. So let's see how this one goes down for them, but again, aggression being shown from Adren. He loves his bathroom area with the AWP, being smoked off this time. And once again, Method heading towards long. That's where they found most of their frags actually. This time, no CT is going to be waiting for them.
Adren has a very tight angle to play with the AWP, you could say, at this point in time. Doesn't really have any long angles to hold, but Nitro's forward toward the bathrooms instead. He'll smoke that off. No one in front. There's definitely some behind, if you want to call it that way, looking at the bathrooms as they are. Toward that long position, Toy already boosted beyond the flower pots. He's going to work his way in, and the others who have boosted him will get together and work on to where Nitro was playing. How's this going to work, though? Because Nitro won't have much support. Instead, he goes back inside the site. Hiko and I believe that was Elige are still busy, Fugly rather, still busy over on the B site, throwing out their nades. Not yet sure that this will be an A take, so they'll be late to rotate. And we've got Nitro back inside that default corner, smoke in front of him, so he won't know when to spray. He won't even know, in fact, that Toy's right in front of him. Oh my goodness, it's not Toy, rather Ely, but either way, if Nitro knew it, there could be so many kills. Finally, he'll start spraying, but already goes for the reload, and Method have found so many kills. The good news is, oh, never mind. Silent, what a shot. I was going to say, they might have overlooked his position with that much time gone by, but Silent was quick to it, and Method may have found just enough kills, but they haven't found Fugly. Bomb still ticking away, down to the one-on-one, and Justin's going to play this aggressively toward the corner in the bathroom, and Fugly knows he's there, has to go for the fight, but he can't do it. He has to switch to the pistol, and it will not be enough. Method, they'll get their 4th.
Wow.
Ever closer to that 6th.
So Ely, the player without actually having the gun, gets 2 P250 kills onto the bomb site, gets him into a really scrappy affair from there, but they get another round on the ball, and this seems to be most of the rounds they're getting. Here's that play from Ely, pushing through onto the truck. Nice, really controlled P250 play from him. Great picks there, and probably the perfect weapon in that situation to have. Pretty impressive, but that's going to force now Liquid going into the 14th round. Nitro is going to be the only one with a gun here. And interesting that he bought after all the members died going into that one, but maybe a little bit of a misfire. I'm not really sure what went down there, but needless to say, a round you definitely have to favour towards Method, as they have the full buy here. And 4 of the players for Liquid with no guns. Silent does open it up, takes down Fugly, and that's a great opening pick for them. Once again, going towards that long area. It's surprising how Liquid aren't really placing their bets towards that area.
There you go. Will beat Elige to the punch. It's traded immediately, though. We saw Nitro very fast to rotate over. It still means that they're a man down on Liquid's side. So Method are going to pursue onto this A site yet again, bringing the bomb with them and already going for that default plant. Hiko, he's going to hear this, and I imagine try and go for it. He's got it. He found the open angle, and Strebber, that was his job to defend it, and he's failed in doing so. And Nitro now getting Silent. It's the boot on the other foot. Liquid have found the man advantage, but it's gone. It's nullified, and as soon as I say one, the other happens, because it's a 2 versus 1, and it's Adren who has to try and retake the site. They're now on 5, and they're now very low on money on Liquid's side.
Yeah, I'm still kind of confused why Nitro bought into that round when the rest of his team didn't. Kind of interesting. I'm trying to work out whether that was a mistake or some sort of tactic there, but obviously he's not going to have too much cash to play of this round. Silent once again picking up the opening frag. They go to the A site. A couple of frags exchanged. Nitro did make that M4 work a little bit for him, but ultimately this round does favour Method once again. They have max 7 on Nitro, 5-7 on Fugly, and they have shown some aggression once again. They're actually going towards connector this time. Adren going to be leading the charge, and they're pushing off short as well. So they know they need the first frag here. Only Fugly has the kit. This is the problem that haunted them yesterday. Silent, though, should get the opening frag once again. He does. Takes down a lead. Been really fantastic this half. So opening picks all over the place. Nico sat there trying to work out whether he can react to this.
T-side ops, Silent's been spectacular over the last 2 nights. There's no question about it. It is definitely the harder side to wield the weapon, and he's had so many impactful first kills to give his teams openings, and we said 9-6 may just be enough. Well, we're getting ever so close to it, but not if Liquid get aggressive like that. Excellent play as Adren picks up 2. The compliments of Hiko in doing so, and it's now 3 versus 2, and Bomb in the control of Team Liquid. They need to be aware, though, that Toy is still going to come in from those hallways, and as such, Hiko's got his attention firmly and carefully divided between that short pipe and that doorway, and with Adren just watching short pipe, Hiko can force his attention fully now on Toy's position. As he does so, Justin will get closer and closer toward Monster, but Fugly's come through with the right opportune moment to take him down. And it's just Toy they've got left to contend with. 1 versus 2, and they'll do it. 10 versus 5. But is that enough for Liquid?
I think 10 is enough. I think 9-6 would have been borderline. They'd have been a bit scared if they'd lost the pistol next half. I think 10, there's a huge difference there. Let's have a look at the matchup. It's actually dead equal. Nitro 10, Silent 10. So whoever picked that one must be a very smart man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I knew it was you.
I know you knew it was me, which makes me even more surprised you would compliment me as such, so thank you very much.
Well, here we go then. Liquid, obviously, their T-side yesterday only got 2 rounds versus CLG, so they definitely be wanting to get this pistol just to kind of give them a little bit of a morale boost after what happened, but it seems like they'll be getting 3 sets of armor and 2 utility players this time. You would assume that means they're going towards 8, smoking towards the key 2 choke points to allow them to plant. But let's see how this one goes down, and there's actually heavy aggression shown from the CTC. Silent getting all the way to the fountain and pushing in to the playground here. This is a big play for him. Get out of there right now. Another huge first pick for him. Potentially should have fallen back at that stage, but staying for more.
Nitro getting the first pick yet again. He's been solid on pistol rounds this evening. Last night he was definitely quiet. This evening he's been a lot more vocal.
So sorry, Silent could have fallen back there, in my opinion. Once you get that first frag, you just only you there. Just get the hell out. Got the bomb down, just move out before it gets horrible. But now he pitted it back in the favour towards the T's. They're going to be making their way back to B now. Still have 2 smokes to play with, so now going to be changing pace. Smoke up towards window. Maybe one on towards the bomb side as well. Get in, plant, job done.
4-4 and damaged health values right now on Method's side. Fugly with the cover of smoke is going to drop over top of the bomb site. That will put him in behind Ely's position, but Ely finds him first, turns around and hits the headshot. It's canceled out by the fact that Adren will come in next with the following kill, but Justin, he's equal to the act. It's back and forth. Nitro again finding a kill, but low HP. It's Justin. You can literally call it back and forth as it is right now, but eventually Method take the lead in the exchanges, and with a kit, they'll get this defuse. A pistol round going their way, and 10-6 will be where we lie.
So yeah, Silent pushing all the way out to middle there, probably locking down whatever Liquid had in mind. They neutralized the situation, made it a 4-on-4, got their way back to B. It was a nice execution. I would have preferred them, though, to actually have the smoke on window just to lock down that area. It seems like CTs were getting a lot of damage coming in from there, even though he wasn't getting any attention towards him either. Just getting heavy damage off, not getting many kills, but Liquid do get the bomb down, and they will be concentrating on the AKs next round. So Method probably aware of this. They are going to get 3 SMGs, though. It's an interesting decision, but Liquid, some P250s and a Tech 9 and some few flashbangs here as well. Look like they'll be choosing to show their attention towards a long A area. Get up nice and fast. A couple of flashbangs over. See if they can get another bomb down. That would be ideal.
Silence starting it off. Again, another early pick for him to take down Fugly on the aggressive push. For Justin to come into play here. He's not quite, okay, well, he might have thought about it. He's not quite in that corner, but with the P90, oh, he's just going to spray, and it may work out anyway, despite the fact that the flash caught him perfectly on the way through and over top of that smoke. Rely on Silent, though. Man, this guy's looking good tonight. 4 kills now for him. Between he and Toy, there's a lot of talent on those 2 players.
Yep, 15 frags on the board for him. It looked a bit scary for Justin, like you said. He's on the edge of the smoke, perfect position. The flashbang comes through. Just hold down mouse 1, press left and right, hope for the best. Managed to get 1, but pretty difficult situation for him. Now, T's do get the AK-47s out. Full armor as well. 1 kill on Fugly, but they have got 5 smoke grenades. I'd like to see him do something that's nice and simple. Get onto a bomb site, utilize those rifles you have, and win the round. You can see the CT's getting to bathroom. They've got the AWP as well. Siren picking up and taking advantage of the frags he has got early on. I don't think could be expected as well. Oh, missed shot down to Nitro. That could have really opened things up for Method, but now they're going to be aware of as to what's going on. No damage inflicted yet.
These AKs need to be careful. They need this first gun round, otherwise we're going to be staring at a much closer scoreline. Remember, Liquid, they had so many problems on this side. Last night, Liege, great shot over to Ely. Flick of the wrist as he had his initial sights aimed toward Toxic Barrels, and it does get back to a 3 versus 3 despite 2 kills from Method immediately after. It's been all Liquid since. Quite literally, as Hiko will take down Justin, and the bomb will be planted. It's Silent that's against them. Has the AWP, but goes toward the pistol because he's close in combat. Does find Adren escaping, trying to get to safety, but still the post-plant situation is solid. Tries to bait out the defuse. This will force a peek, but I think Liquid's aware of it.
Yeah, get out of there.
As he tries to get away, they'll catch him. That's an AWP down. Do they run over and try and grab that as well? They do. Oh, don't get it. They saw it at the end.
Well, that all came down to that pick from Silent in the middle. How you hit that shot onto Nitro, that could have been a different round completely. Whiffs it by a millimeter, it looked like. And then, of course, the perfect reaction from Liquid there. As soon as they know that AWP's middle, get into B as fast as you can. They got in there. They knew the money would have been pretty low for the CTs anyway. Made their way through Monster Tunnel. Nothing too exciting. 1 flash over. Got the kills they needed to, and it left the AWP in a 1-on-2 situation. So, nice read from them. It's going to force CTs onto Eco now, so they bounce back on the second round. Now 11-7 in favour of Liquid. It's going to be playing a lot more passively. They're obviously aware the CTs will be on pretty much a full eco this time. And there we go. Hiko opening up the fragging onto Justin. They probably will just make their way into B. As you can see, 2 players are waiting in the connector. Nitro should come and neutralise them pretty quickly, though. Here he comes.
Good shots, though, from Fugly so far, and Elige will close it off. Ely with no response. Liquid, that's 2 rounds. That's more than they got. Well, that is as much as they got, excuse me, last night on their T side, so looking better.
Well, now this is an interesting round for Method. They could force this one if they wanted to. Famises and M4 is definitely an option. Quite disciplined from them, though, considering the scoreline. They are going to be sticking with the pistols. It's going to be Deagles, 5.7s, and a HE grenade on Ely. I think I would have preferred them to force into this one, just so they don't get to the 13th round and they've got so much to go. I think they should have probably taken the risk here, but here we go then. He's going very aggressive. Nitro taking down Silent. Good opening for them. PK makes it a double.
Following this up, as Liquid look to extend the lead. They've got the 2-man advantage against these pistols. Make it 3 now as Elige will get the entry on Elite. And they'll follow that up with aggression toward the B site, which favors Fugly's advantage, the positional height over top of Strebber.
Now then, this is where it gets interesting, Matt. Do they have what it takes to stay in this? Method did have a decent comeback last map. It wasn't enough on the second half for them this time. Silent has been absolutely godlike as sometimes with the AWP, especially the opening pick. So what can he do here? He's going to be going aggressive towards the bathroom area, and it's all going to come down to this battle. It seems like Liquid don't actually have an AWP themselves. There's definitely an opportunity for him to find something. Going aggressive towards Playground. Got a spot a T, but doesn't manage to connect the shot. Justin, on the other hand, does. Takes down Elige and makes it a 5-on-4 in Method's favor.
Build off of this. That's the better question with the guns back out. The heavy investment as well to go to that AWP. Justin, by the way, we mentioned he's been the guy that in certain situations and oftentimes does carry the AWP. Well, Silence has the confidence with it. He's using the A4. So he's got the higher magazine, higher round. People call me out on Twitter if I say that wrong, believe it or not. So we'll get that correct. But more ammunition in the magazine, not the clip, Henry.
It's all very important information.
It's very
interesting information.
It's very.
Wow.
More passive play as well because they've got that man advantage. They don't want to overextend themselves, but they've got to be aware that the push is going to be coming from Monster, and it's silently coming. Wow. So Strebber has no response. When he peeks back up to get information, he's gone. It's Nitro again with not only the first on entry, but the second to follow it up. He's been swift. We mentioned it. Give one more to Adren down on Justin, but Justin got one before that on Fugly, as did his teammate, to finally take down Nitro. So it's Hiko and Adren to clutch out, and Hiko's found Silent. It's down to just Toy in response. 1 versus 2 bomb. It's still up, it's still in play, but it's not yet going to be planted. And rather, I actually say that it's not actually in control. It's on the other side of the pillar, which means they've got to go forward. Hiko's going to try and plant in the smoke, but that gives Toy a chance to find him. Bomb does get planted. Adren, he needs to help his teammate get away, and Hiko, he somehow does. He falls away through the sandbags, and Toy, well, his chances of winning the round diminished greatly when that bomb went down successfully. As you mentioned it, time was working in his favor. It's now working against him, and Adren will get the final kill.
So Liquid seem to have changed their playbook completely from yesterday. When they were playing against CLG, they're very static, just very focused on trying to work picks in middle, going towards long. Now they're taking a bit of a leaf out of the EU playbook. You actually can take the chance sometimes to walk into B, allow your aim to do the talking for you, and this is what they exactly do. Nitro, you've got one of the best fraggers in the world in your team. Get in there, utilize that aim, get those first shots on the board, surprise the CTs, and that's much better. It's much more effective, I think, than just kind of trying to work long. It's very boring to watch every single time. And now it seems like they'll be smoking off short, spamming towards that area, and this is a chance for them to get onto match point here as the CTs are on pistols.
Good pop flash from Fugly, using his own flash to take down Silent as they try and get forward with these pistols. It is going to be map point inevitably, as Toy is left alone with 15 HP against 5 members of Team Liquid. And Fugly's found him just waiting all the time down in those lower tunnels. 15-7. They've doubled up on Method yet again.
And there we go. Onto map point, or match point, I should say here. Double AWP set up for Method, and it's going to be Justin and Silent wielding those. And they need 8 in a row. It's going to be a pause coming in. That's going to be for Liquid, so you have to assume it's a technical pause. And, I'll have a look and see if I can work out what's going on. So it is going to be a technical timeout.
Yeah, to make. Did you say technical or tactical? I think this would be tactical.
Would it? Why would you call it a tactical call? It's a timeout and you're just about to win.
Did Liquid call it, or was it?
Liquid
oh, it was Liquid call it. Okay, so it could be technical. I'm sorry, I missed.
Come on, keep up.
I'm sorry. Red Bull's here. Well, I would expect that Method will take this opportunity to discuss things as well, because it started off good, having won the pistol round on this side, but that's all they got.
Yeah, it'd be a weird time to take a
tactical. Well, they got 2 rounds, I should say. It wasn't all they got, but they didn't get the third. They didn't make it closer than they would have liked, and then they losing that first gun round, it really set the tone. Liquid's been solid since. And as we mentioned, there is no last chance qualifier in the North American division because it's all one group.
Yes.
So Method, if they lose this game, if they lose one more round here before hitting 15 themselves, it's all over. They're done from PGL just like that.
It has to be said, though, them qualifying to this is definitely just better to have the experience against these more top teams, see what it's like to play at this level, I guess. Method definitely on the cusp of making it to this sort of caliber, but they always were the underdogs going into the tournament. It has to be said, Matt. Would you...
Oh, yeah.
Am I going
absolutely. No. There's no question about it. When you looked at the three teams, Liquid, CLG, Luminosity, there's a chance there. There's skill in all of them. They've been considered in the tier 1 echelon of North America. Let's not get, before people get all crazy with what I'm saying, in the North American division for sure. Whereas Method is still nipping at the heels of it. They're getting closer to the top of even the tier 2 teams, if you will, and they've put a great foot forward to start things off. But yeah, that goes without saying that they are still slightly below the teams that they were pitted against, but great opportunity for them. And it does give us a great scale of where they stack up. And speaking of stack up and individual skill, well, Silent's got lots of it because he's shown off some really good play over the last 2 evenings, again with the first pick here on AWP. And they've gone for 2 of those. Justin does have the other one out now.
Looks like Elise is going to make his way into the B-bomb, so what a game. Very simple flex here. Will they be able to capitalise? Adren does take down Justin, and now the B's on the site open once again.
Fire on the ramp. Burning brightly. Will be Healy to get Elige, but that's taken back by Adren. Method aren't done just yet, though, because Silent's got another one with that AWP. Rotating around to support Toy, and Strebber pushing forward, catches Adren trying to rotate back through the short pipe because Fugly was over at A, and Adren was desperate to get to that stairwell so he could team up with them and maximize their attack on top of this site. Bomb still goes down. He finds it. He's lagged. Silent. That was a really fast shot getting back into the site, but look how much damage it's done. It's easy for Strebber to collect the final kill. The final damage, the final shot, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it's going to be 15-8, and we'll go a little bit further.
Well, let's have a look at the money on the T side here. They're going to have very strong cash indeed, so definitely the CT is going to be chasing once again. This is probably the round that would end it. 2 players not going to have guns. Strebber and Toy will have to drop whatever they can trying to help those guys out. But AWP is collected, so maybe this is a bit stronger than I thought it may be. Justin on the Famous. The rest of the guys don't have much to play with, but obviously this does require them to get 7 in a row now if they are going to keep in this. So let's see how this goes down. So far, Liquid have been keeping it pretty simple, walking into B as much as they can. It looks like they may be continuing that trend as all 5 players head towards that side as well. Maybe just going for the little set piece here. All actually, just getting, no, not even a set piece. Just get straight in and see what happens. Why not?
Shot down by Strebber, though, on entry. 2 kills for him before Adren gets the response. Gives Method a hefty advantage in this round, and Ely's going to add to it. Toy getting Hiko. That certainly doesn't hurt either. As it is Adren, low on HP is Ely, but still is able to get the shot before Adren responds. And it's 15-9. Method may yet hit double digits again.
So a little bit loose from Liquid there, just obviously trying to take advantage of the players they have in their squad and just lock it down as quickly as possible. But Method, like we said, fighting back here. And they keep taking rounds like that pretty convincingly. Strebber with 2 great opening frags, locking down Fugly and Adren to get them round number 9. This is where it gets a little bit scary for Liquid. They lose this one, potentially on Eco here, but still pretty decent cash for now. But Adren picking up the AWP, so obviously they realise they're going to have to be a little bit more tactical. They're going to get back into this one. So, well, finish this one off, I should say.
Silent staring at the stairwell. Looks away at exactly the moment when Elige looked to make a peek, and he was shoulder baiting it because he knew the chances of an IWP in that position are great, given the situation. And the aggression that Silent has shown time and time again so far in this half. Adren T-side up. We mentioned that. It's not something he goes to commonly. He's going to try it here. He's going to try it right now at Squeaky. Does that imply they're going B? It may, because Elige has brought the bomb back over in that direction. So Strebber and Ely will be the men, rather. That is plural. To try and slow down this push, and here it comes straight into Monster. Flash goes through. Elige will be the first one in. They've got Strebber blinded up, but they haven't taken him down. He's got the first kill. Bomb's dropped. They have to commit to this. Hiko will be the next in, and Ely knows that bomb's there, so he'll go for the repeat, but Fugly is wise to it and has a well-placed crosshair that does hit the headshot with the AK-47. Adren with the AWP Gets inside the site initially, but needs to turn his attentions back. He doesn't. It looked as though he might. His positioning was as such, but Toy getting that kill does now mean they've got problems on either side. 2 versus 2 post plant, and nowhere safe for Liquid to play this from. They have to wait behind the guise of smoke, and as that smoke dissolves, it means they've got to get even more comfortable inside the site against the pillar. It's now left to Hiko, and he's gone. Method clutch out yet another round, and it's going to be 15-10.
Wow. Silent with another huge round there. 3 kills the AWP, keeping the dream alive for another round at least there. Bomb goes down for Liquid. We can see the money has been affected pretty heavily. They will be able to buy this one. We can see Hiko does have 8 grand still, so he will be able to get the AWP if they do see fit. Once again, trying their chances towards the B-bomb site. Pretty successful entrance, but this lockdown from Silent finishes things off. Great double kill from him at the end. And now then, heavy aggression coming in from Silent once again, facing all the way towards middle and the fountain area from bathrooms. T slowing it right down, not favouring the B side this time, going to head back towards long and see if they can find that first pick here.
AK's out again for Liquid. Lost 3 rounds now in a row. Silent has definitely stepped up. 21 kills right now. He leads his team. It's 26 overall for Fugly that leads the way. Silent, though, there it is. He starts off with the opening picks. He, this time, will not get the room and space to retreat to safety because the leash came down from long and cut him off. So it is a trade, and this may finally favor Liquid in that sense because aside from those 2 kills, there is full health on all 8 remaining 4 aside. And Liquid look to creep more and more toward this A site where Justin and Toy are waiting, and Toy's in the corner as we can see toward that long position. It's checked commonly, but a flash out allows him to get early information, an early peek, and now he knows there's no one there, so he'll play the retake angle because he has to at this point. They're already coming up the stairs upon the precipice of the A site, and all they need now is to get into the default, but Toy's played this perfectly. They haven't looked at him, and it's 2 shots his way, and nobody's got an answer. The bomb is down, and he'll play the arsonist as well and put fire upon it. C4 in flames, and there is no recovery unless Fugly and Hiko can pull off some absolutely brilliant shots. They're trying desperately to recover that bomb. They've at least succeeded in doing so, but with 14 seconds, Fugly has to find a pick right now, and Method, they may have just done enough to secure yet another round, and it's die or go home right now because the AKs are still in their hands.
It's coming down to some great individual performances here from Method. Toy then stepping up with 2 amazing frags from long, taking Liquid down, and it's coming down right down to the wire here. It feels like this is the chance Method could actually claw themselves back in because now you can see the money on Liquid has actually been broken, and they will be doing the quasi-buy here. They can justify some Tech 9s, but that's actually 4 rounds in a row for Method. And is there a chance of life here? Can they do this? Silent pushing in very aggressively. Going to be going down into connector. He's facing as well, going for the aggressive plays. Takes down Fugly, rotating back to middle. May have some chances of more kills as well. Make it 2. Nitro neutralizes him, but Toy takes down Nitro. Now it's a 4-on-2, favoring Method.
Yeah, absolutely, and this does mean Method have a chance to try and force yet another round onto the board. It's getting desperate, but Liquid do have the relief that they've already secured at least overtime in this situation. Unlike last night,
yeah,
they've done at least that for themselves. Watch Toy's position. He's very low on HP, but he has gotten behind them. I think Elige knows it, and he does. He's turned back around. This puts more pressure on Justin to shut them out of the bomb site. And he's going to try and do that. Fire engulfed upon the boxes above the default spot, allows Liquid to push in further, and Justin caught out of position, gives Elige the shot. It's now 2 versus 2. He's going to plant the bomb away from default. It's in the corner. It's the only place where it's safe, but he's going to get burned alive, and he gets away from it. He jumps through. He wastes no time in doing so because it now comes and falls firmly as his responsibility to clutch the round, but Ely's going to do it. He beats him to it. And despite that he doesn't find the bomb initially, he's got lots of time. It's 12 now for Team Method.
I thought Justin may have let that round slip away from him as he actually almost Molotov to himself on the bomb site and got taken down there, but more big plays there from Method, just taking every round as it comes, ending up on the A-bomb side that time, and now we can see the full buy coming in from Liquid once again, and this is the first aggressive play we saw from Silent there, getting 2 frags. Nice work from him, did get taken down by Nitro in the end, but another round, and 3 more to go. Can Method hold on? AWP back out for Silent, he's going for that very aggressive play. Now it's Liquid going back to B-bomb site, going for a full-on smoke execution pretty early on, it seems.
No damage. But still 3 players waiting inside B. An equal, in fact, greater amount for Liquid awaiting kitty corner, the opposing side of that monster tunnel. The monster they've had to contend with every time they've tried to walk through it, Liquid, is Strebber, who's managed at least one on every entry. Can he equal that task here? He's flashed off. This does mean that he's not able to peek as quickly, but he does answer it. There's the one, at least, and still alive, potentially for more. Liquid discouraged and forced away. The guns, they may not make much of a difference with 2 men down and this much support inside that B bomb site. Strebber now knows the bomb's also forward, so they can help secure this, and he'll follow that up, but Dren is gone. That tunnel is all his, or is it though? Fugly coming in from Sandbag, that makes a difference. It leaves Hiko a bit of a chance, 1 on 3, and he hits the shot on Ely. Still hasn't recovered the bomb, which is over just to his right, but he's scared to do so. Timid, in fact, because he knows that exposes him to the window, but that window's no longer occupied. The nade lands on his feet, down to 50 HP, and Toy is lurking ever closer toward that bomb site. They're going to wait this out. They're going to use time as their friend and make it the enemy of Hiko right now, because he's got to be the one to force the issue, and again, still that bomb down. He'll limit his angles, but as he walks forward, Tori will lurk his way forward and spray into that smoke, or will he? Bomb's now being planted. It goes down, but they're on either side of Hiko. He's got Silent down, but Tori's going to clutch it, and just barely. Method now on to 13, and money is dwindling away for Liquid.
Yeah, valiant effort by Hiko there, getting the bomb down. I don't even know how he managed that in a 2-on-1 situation. It's such close proximity to the CT players, but he manages it, and maybe could have pulled out some magic there, but comes down to a 1-on-1 once again, and Method holding on. Now they only need 2 rounds. The money still isn't really a problem for Tees after losing. How many is it now? 6 in a row. They actually are getting to maximum loss bonus, so it's absolutely fine when they do get the bomb down. Buys will be pretty fruitful for them. But Silent with the AWP once again. But that set B play for Liquid really isn't working out for them. Actually getting locked down. The first few frags never go in their favor, it seems. Actually relying on big individual play to actually get them into a clutch situation. Now going back to their standard once again. Silent not going to be so aggressive this time. It's going to be holding long on the flower bed and waiting, and biding his time here. This could work out for him as the T's do make their way towards long as well.
And to give credit to how close and how much effort has been put in from Method over the last few rounds to make this comeback even possible. All 3 of the last 3 rounds have come down to very, very tight situations. 1-on-1s in the last 2, in fact. But look for Silent again to try and find the opening pick. Walks out to Elige looking in the connector. And shot in the side, taken down. We've already seen the damage Toy can inflict. Well, he's looking to try and get aggressive toward the bathrooms. Fugly's gone as far as an axis goes behind him. But fire will force him further back, and he can pretty much slap the wall, and it would be directly into the eardrum of Toy at this point. Further fire as well, Fugly. I'm not sure if Toy heard him jumping there or not. Watch the flashbang. Toy blinded up, gets into the corner, but I think he's spotted. There was a gap in the smoke. Did they see him? So far they haven't, but Fugly looks. He may have and does. And the kill goes his way. Finally Liquid with the advantage because Nitro's also got a kill on top of it, but everybody's blind at long, and Justin thought he might have a chance to get the kill. It's Nitro that turns back around and beats him to it. And now it's just left to Strebber and Ely. And much like Liquid last night against CLG, they may find themselves just a little bit short in the end as the bomb goes down for Liquid. Strebber and Ely have to be efficient, have to be effective, and again, no kits come into play. As they find the first kill, Hiko's gonna get one more. Ely's got it back to 1 versus 2. Fugly's low on HP, but time is absolutely going to be the menace right now. Ely's got it to a 1-on-1. It's down to just Fugly on 4 HP, but all he has to do is bait this out. And Ely, he's pretty much got to sit on top of this at this point with no kit. He's going to try and reset the hitbox, but it's not going to be enough. Fugly will close it, and Liquid will move on. They will play the loser of our next matchup, and with that, Method bow out of the event.
Wow, Liquid definitely struggling on their T side once again. Although they seem to bring new ideas to the party of what they did yesterday, definitely had some more set plays and more executions there. But the defense from Method was actually pretty formidable. They had in the first frags, every time they came onto the bomb site, they knew how to lock those guys down. So definitely credit where credit is due. Method did very well to actually get those 6 rounds in a row and actually get it to 16-13.
And Ely played well as just being an anchor player, but Silent and Toy stepping up absolutely massively. Strebber as well, holding down Monster. Lots of individual performances. Justin was a little bit more quiet, but still picked up that second op at times. They definitely showed off some skill. This is promising for them. This is encouraging. They've got to look forward to the upcoming seasons that they've qualified for. Obviously, PGL's now behind them, but as a team that's, you know, reinventing itself,
yeah, sure,
bringing in Toy, requalified for the pro leagues.
Toy looked pretty good tonight.
Toy looked very good. Let's look at the scoreboard in specific so we can actually get a better indication of exactly how well he did. It was Silent that led the way for his team, 25. And I said Justin was quiet. Well, it was only 1 kill less than anyone else.
Look at
so
the
there
first
you go.
picks for Silent. 11 first
That's
picks.
insane.
So we haven't. I think that's the highest number we've seen this whole event.
The one thing you have to keep in mind about that stat, which is kind of
misleading.
Misleading is a great word. That's exactly the word I should have gone with. 11 kills for him. That's the first kill overall. But what that doesn't do is actually highlight how well a guy like Nitro was on entry, because that's only the first kill in the round.
Sure.
And there was a couple rounds when they were already a man down when Nitro brought the situation back by getting 2 kills, specifically when he walked into the B site. So it doesn't give a full credit to entry kills when you look at it just that way.
But necessarily when you're an AWP player, if you're finding the first kills of a round, generally that's almost a round guaranteed to your team. So that
should
can be
in theory.
It should be. If you play the round correctly, you're getting a first pick without dying. That can be so beneficial to you to rounds and going forward, especially on the CT side as well. Finding the first pick, getting out of there, it's so important. Silent was great. 25 kills for him, and his picks were so scary to watch because everywhere he went, he seemed to find one. So pretty interesting stuff from him. Fugly stepping up, obviously 31 kills for him. Hiko had a very good game as well, 26 frags. But it has to be said, on that T side, those guys looked a little bit locked out again. They got into that same mindset.
It did still give them enough that they picked up from 10 to 15 really quickly. Those 5 rounds in a row made a massive difference. We'll look at the heat map and actually show off some of those kills they got. I imagine there's aggression from both sides because, again, we saw Silent pushing forward. So more aggression toward long from Liquid, hence why Method have the killing dots. Again, it's only showing the T side, the dots out toward those long positions.
Sure.
But overall, in front of Bathrooms.
Liquid really, sorry. Okay.
No, go ahead. I was going to say it's fairly similar, but you were going to point out
Liquid, obviously, they really did favor that B-bomb site. They did a lot of walking in tactics into there. They did some set executions as well. That's what they tried to. They actually ignored that bomb site completely yesterday against CLG. They weren't really going in there at all as their T side. Today, they tried to change the pace up a little bit, get into B a lot more, but I think it's just more experimenting, seeing what feels comfortable for them this time. So yesterday, the set play, the standards, trying to work picks wasn't working out for them. So they tried to do something a little bit more EU. Sometimes the EU teams will just walk into B without any aggression shown anywhere else and just try and work that first frag. A couple of rounds it was great. A couple of other times it wasn't so much. It was a little bit too telegraphed, and they saw Strebel picking up 2 frags. They came in almost every single time. So interesting to see how it works out for them. A bomb site wasn't really on Liquid's radar there, but interesting stuff nonetheless. Different comparison of how the teams approach the maps.
Absolutely. Well, there it is, 16-13, 2-0 overall. Method do hit double digits both times. We'll look at the MVP for the matchup. It is Fugly this time around. 31 kills for Mr. Fug.
Yep, nice stuff from him.
Fug the Thug.
Fug the Thug. That's good. So 31 kills. Obviously, that's always going to help your team out. M4A1 being his weapon of choice, so helping out immensely on those 10 rounds they got on CT. So that's interesting story. So yesterday, how many rounds did they get? They got 2 rounds on there.
Yep, exactly. And this time it was 6, so that made the difference.
So yeah, so that's what they needed to get those rounds of CT to even survive. So interesting to look at it like that. But that's it. So like you said, Liquid go through. And what's the next game we got coming up, Matthew?
We've got CLG versus Luminosity, the win-out LAN final rematch, this time online, obviously, but winner goes directly through to the upper bracket, best of 5, the grand final, I guess you could say, for the group, which therefore gives them a chance to play for a spot in the LAN. The loser falls down now to play Team Liquid. It's going to be good. I mean, I think that the score lines that went out were shocking to me when I saw them, because Luminosity, when they're beat, are never beat heavily.
Sure.
That's shocking to see them go down that heavily, and to CLG, who's much improved as of late. So this game could go either way, but I don't think Luminosity, it's almost like lightning striking in that case. I don't think it'll strike twice. Even if they lose, it's going to be very close.
Yeah, I think this one's definitely going to go to 3 maps. Like you said, CLG are looking much stronger these days. Seems like their fundamentals of CS especially, they're really approaching situations correctly, making sure that they're working as a unit, and it's a very well-oiled unit as well. It seems like they've really worked on their approaches to different situations. So I'm looking forward to see how that one goes down.
Absolutely. And we'll take a break. I think that game is starting
1 hour, I think.
50 minutes. So it is at 3 CEST this time, as opposed to yesterday. We started our second game at 4. So we're a little bit earlier tonight. That gives you guys time to, I don't know, get a drink, eat some food, do whatever you got to do, have a shower, feed your dog, but come back because it's going to be good. We'll see you then. Push through his own smoke blindedly. Nitro's going to pick up 2 kills, make it a 3rd as he gets silent as well. Strepper.
Will he be able to do much of this so far? 5-0 in favour of Liquid. This is where they get their confidence, and that's when they're a very dangerous team again. So Strebel comes in, teammate calls what's going on. Eventually open up the frag in there, but these shots from sort of really did secure the round for him. Didn't really work out for him. It's actually a nice little boost from Simon. So some creative play working out for them. Patient stuff.
That could have gone completely the other way, and if Adrem was smoked off, it could have gotten even worse. Hiko's going to follow it up. He's got Ely because they switched their attention back to B, realizing he's gone, and Hiko, well, despite the fact that the flash caught him perfectly on the way through and over top of that smoke, rely on
what they exactly do. Nitro, you've got one of the best fraggers in the world on your team. Get in there, utilize that aim, get those first shots on the board, surprise the CTs.